All right, class. Okay, so a couple things I need to point out, and I'm going to point it out in the video because it's super important. Okay, there's only one day of camp for spring break. It's only Monday right now. I'm trying to get a different teacher to cover Tuesday if you want to do both days. So, right now, it's a mandatory if you're going to that, you have to go to Monday. So I'm trying to get someone else to do Tuesday, and I'm going to see how that's going to work out. I'm going to be here both Monday and Tuesday, but again, I am doing an AP Calc workshop. So I'm not going to be able to help you guys during that time. So I'm trying to find another teacher. So you can do your recovery for quiz 1, 2, 3, and 4 during that time. Okay? All right, good.
Are they also doing for Ingenuity?
Huh?
Are they also doing for Ingenuity?
Yeah, you could come in and do Ingenuity if you need it also.
Who's the other teacher?
Huh?
Who's the other teacher?
Whichever math teacher's here for it, they should be able to help you. And if not, let me know when I'm on a break. Okay?
Is Fresh gonna be here?
Huh?
Is Fresh?
Of course not.
Thanks.
All right. All right, hashtag. What's my hashtag?
53.
Today's date? 3-4? Okay, good. So, okay. Now, we're going to take a look at these right here and see what's happening. So, if this is my first one, this is my function. What is G doing compared to my function? And I'm going to trace it so you guys can see it a little bit better. Okay, so what is the math term for it? I heard it. What was the math term for it?
Translation?
What type of translation?
Negative.
Horizontal.
Rotation.
It's not a rotation. Reflection. There we go. Now, did you guys remember? So it's reflection, rotation. What's the other ones? Translation, right? And then, what was the fourth one? There's one that was used, the fourth. Huh? No, that goes with translation. Yeah, what you got? No, it didn't start with the N. Rotation, and then starts with a D. It's a shun.
Dimension.
Try again.
Dimensional.
Oh, isn't it where you like increase it?
Okay, if I want to kill you, I'm gonna scream what? Dilation. Dilation.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I should have said die.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, in between you yelling murder and this guy yelling Donald Trump, so it's gonna be a dilation. That's our fourth one. Okay. So this one right here is a reflection. What type of reflection?
Y or X.
Yeah. X-axis. Okay, x-axis is this thing right here. Now, let's take a look at this other one. All right, what do we want to think this one is? It is a reflection. Y-axis. Reflection across Y-axis. Mr. Brown, here you go. Good job. All right, there's my reflections. So now we're going to do a reflection here. So we're going to kind of do all this together. So when my x value is this, these are my x values here. These are my x values on my function. F of x. These are my y values. F of x is the y values, but it's the y values that's named function f. So we're going to get a new function, which we're going to call function g. But to get function g, I'm going to take f of x and do what to it? What does this right here mean?
Minus.
We're gonna put it to a negative.
Opposite sign. Opposite sign. So you're going to take the opposite sign of this. So, as example, so if my f of x is 0, plug that in here. What's the opposite of 0? 0. Okay, good. How about this one? Make this a little bit better. If f of x is negative 4.3, my opposite of that would be positive 4.3. There we go. Now, fill in the rest of the table, please. So it should be pretty easy here. Should be in the keyword. All right. Let's see. So read off what we should have. This is 4. This is. This is. This is. And. Okay, let's go through and try and use a different color if you have one handy. If you don't, I'm sorry. Okay, so let's go through. This stays same right here. This one is going to be positive 4.3. 4.3. And then this one, 4. Next one is going to be 1.8. 0. And this one is 3.9, negative 3.9. And then back to here. So I'm going to go through and connect my dots. There we go. So I'm not very good at drawing, so sorry. Pretty basic, right? Super easy. All right, so describe the transformation of the graph. What did I do to the graph? Reflect it. Across x axis. Super easy now, right? Okay, let's keep going. Okay, so it's reflecting across the different ways. So now this one, it doesn't have a table yet. It doesn't have a table yet, so we're going to build our own table. So I'm going to start off with what I had originally. So let's go ahead and start with what I had originally, which was negative 3. It was negative 1.5. Negative 1. 0. 0.6. 2.6. And my last one is 4. So we're going to build our own table for this because that's going to make everything easier. The y values, because we said this one's going to be my x. This is f of x, which is my y values. We start off with 0, negative 4.3, negative 4, negative 1.8, 0, 3.9, and 0. Okay. And it says, here's another copy of the graph of the function that we just did. This time, let h be a function defined by h of x is equal to f of negative x. So h of x Yeah, go ahead. All right. So now, in this function, am I changing anything to the function? I'm not changing the f. I'm only changing the x value, right? If I'm only changing the x value, that means that the y value should stay the same. So, let's see first, what is negative x going to be? So let's call this one right here negative x. So if x is 0, what's negative x? Say 0. Ah, crap. Didn't I mess that up? Mr. Brown, where are you on that one? So if x is negative 3, negative x is positive 3. Alright, I know. It's alright. Okay. If x is negative 1.5, 1.5, there we go, see? See? You just recovered pretty well on that one, Mr. Brown. Thank you. So if x is negative 1, 1, then we have 0, negative 0.6, right? Negative 2.6, and negative 4. So it's not going to change any values for these. So these should all stay the same. 0, negative 4.3, negative 4, negative 1.8, 0, 3.9, and 0 again. All right, so let's go through and look to see what's going to happen. So at positive 3 now, at positive 3, my y value is
0.
Thank you. Positive 3, 1, 2, 3, it's 0. Put a dot right there. At positive 1.5, my y value is negative 4.3. So 1.5, right there.
Negative 4.
Yep. The next one's going to be at negative 4, right? And then, where are we at? 0 is negative 1.8. Okay. Next one is going to be negative 0.6 is 0. Where are we at? Negative 2.6 is 3.9. And at negative 4, I get 0. Now let's try to sketch my graph here. Okay. By building this table and filling out everything, what do you think that I just did to that whole function?
Reflected over the axis.
Okay. Let's take a look. It's way down here. That's actually number 5 part of this. So we reflect across the y-axis.
Can you go back?
Yeah. Because we did the table first, instead of actually trying to do this down here. And this actually answers all of these. So instead of guessing what we have here, we actually went through and did each thing first. All right. Can I go?
Yeah.
All right, so let's take a look. I'm going to flip over and bam. Hey, look, we're already here. Now, there's one thing I want to point out. Okay? We said that this one, if it's outside here, this is flipping across the x-axis. This one's flipping across the y-axis. Now, on the bottom of this, you guys are going to write this down. Okay? We have a couple things. So, what were the different types of translations?
Translation, dilation.
So, all my translations. Okay, then we have the reflections. Then we have dilation
Rotation.
and rotation. Okay, now dilation makes it bigger and smaller. Okay, so reflections does what? Yeah, so what? Give me a basic word for that one. Flip. Flip or mirror. Very good. That's a good one. Okay, so give me a good word for translations. Move. Okay, so that move's a good one. And rotation would be? So I wanted you guys to actually have like a basic definition, because I know you did all this back in geometry. So when you actually see it on your homework actually has a dilation on it. You just have to look to see if it's getting bigger or smaller. Okay? All right, there it is. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe, hit that notification button, and